warm welcome on board the car today for today's drive along here in Guernsey in the Channel Islands. We are doing a big west coast drive along today. So you can see from the shots I took just now, we are just leaving the Imperial Hotel, which is far south on the west coast, and I'm going to drive all the way to the north of the island, following the west coast all the way around, and I'll be stopping at various points along the way, just showing off some of the beaches and some things of interest I think you may like. So good one today, quite a long video today, longer than usual, but it takes what it takes. I did a steady speed, probably 30 to 35 miles per hour. It's very windy today, and temperature around 11-12 degrees, but you'll see as I get out of the car sometimes and do some footage of the scenery, it is quite rough, the sea. So a good one today. So this would be good if you're just interested in what the west coast is like at the moment, or just finding out different places you can visit when you come to Guernsey, or it may be just a bit of trip down memory lane for you, seeing what's changed and what hasn't. So as we head along here, as usual, remember, if you do want to see more stuff all about Guernsey, you can subscribe to the channel. This video and this channel is dedicated to everything to do with Guernsey. I live here with my family, and I'll show you as much as possible. And then if you do like the stuff, you can always subscribe, and if you do like this particular video, you can let me know simply by giving it a thumbs up. So I've just pulled in here to show you this first place. This is the Fort Grey Shipwreck Museum, or it's more locally known as the Cup and Saucer. I would recommend a visit here. It's on a lovely location, just a few minutes away from the Imperial Hotel in Rocques Bay. It's a nice little place in the summer. You can always combine it with a visit down the beach as well. And there's a little notice about the parking here, so be careful you don't get caught out. It's only open certain points of the year, so you can see March to October, 10 AM to 4:30 PM. And yeah, lovely bay in Rocques Bay here, and you obtain your tickets opposite the road at the Guernsey Perelle. Okay, off we go, back on the road. So we can continue with the drive along around the west coast, and we're on our way to what's the next place, Perelle Bay. So when we get to Perelle Bay, again I'm going to give you a little bit of information about it, and mainly for you to see where it is in relation to all the other bays. You can see they're not that far apart. Sometimes they might be 5 minutes, 6 minutes, sometimes they might be only a minute apart. So we are sport for choice. This time of year isn't probably showing off the beaches at their best. At the time of filming this is December. Obviously in the summertime the beaches are full of people, and I personally think they look their best at high tide, which probably goes for most places. So the speed limit along here is 35 miles per hour. It does change to 25 at certain points around the island. So if you haven't ever driven in Guernsey before, this road we're on right now is probably, give or take, as big as they normally get. So this is obviously the coast road. We have a lot of tiny lanes in Guernsey where, you know, they're two-way lanes, so you normally have to reverse for cars and things like that in little lay-bys. Or have a look around my channel on the drive-along section and you'll see what I mean. I've done plenty of drive-alongs showing the small lanes of Guernsey. So we're just approaching Perelle Bay, which is on the left there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull into the car park and show off the bay a little bit, give you some shots, and I also want to speak about the Perelle Bay Hotel, which used to be the Perelle Bay Hotel, should I say. It's looking pretty miserable at the moment. See if I can show you some shots. Anyway, I'm just going to pull in here and show you maybe a bit of extra footage of the bay. Looking quite quiet today. I just wanted to mention this building here. You probably remember it, you may have even stayed at it. This used to be Perelle Bay Hotel, and it's just left empty at the moment, which is quite a shame. But yeah, the bay's nice, very popular bay in the summer. Loads of people round and about. Okay, let's head out of here. Bit of a bumpy car park again, and let's carry on round out the car park and continue to the next place. There is a great Indian takeaway and restaurant here on the right. Just past it here, the Taste of India at Perelle. It's just the white building there. Highly recommend that place. It may be a little bit far away from my house in, for Guernsey. It sounds ridiculous, but it's about a 20-minute drive from my house. And there is a lot closer Indian takeaways and restaurants, but I think you'll travel when the food's nice, wouldn't you? So I'd recommend that place, Taste of India at Perelle. It's great food. They do takeaways, and they've got a restaurant as well. We are on our way to Perelle Bay in a few minutes' time. Perelle Bay isn't somewhere that I ever go, really. I'm trying to think. It's not somewhere I think a lot of people go. From what I remember, it's a very stony bay. They've got a slipway. You can probably walk down at high tide and swim. But as far as the sandy beaches go in Guernsey, I don't think it's the best, but we'll have a look when we get there. But from memory, I'm not sure. But they do have a little hedge veg stall on the corner, and I hope it's there because I want to show you it. It's right on the corner of Perelle Bay, and if you haven't ever seen the hedge veg and the honesty boxes, we have them all over Guernsey. People sell things in a little box on the hedge of the garden, and there's a little box where you put your money in called honesty boxes. They normally sell, I think it's Guernsey potatoes, but when we get there, I'll pull in the corner where they normally sell them. We'll keep our fingers crossed. Perelle Bay is just on the left now. It's quite a big bay, but you'll see what I mean about the stoniness when we get there. And we got a Morrison shop. Morrison's at Perelle, just on the right there. See the green little forecourt. We've got the petrol pumps as well. So we've still got Perelle Bay on the left. It says quite a big one. And there's Driftwood as well. It's a really nice restaurant along here. I don't know if I've passed it or not. I think I might have gone past it. That's another little place you can visit. Driftwood on the west coast. So you know what's going on about that hedge veg it's normally at the end of this wall, because at the end of this road it turns right, and just as it turns right you can sort of pull in on the left. Let's see if it's there. It normally is. They normally sell different things. I think recently they've been selling potatoes. Oh yeah, it is there. By the way, these houses have got nice views, especially this one in front of me. Yeah, see the little box there? So you'd pull in. Let's get out and have a look. So here we go. So this is typical of Guernsey. You'll see this all over the place. So all the bags of potatoes. So what you do, you'd pull in, choose what you like, make sure you got your money, the correct money. So obviously no change can be given, it's just cash. Gives you the prices there. 2 kilo bag, whatever you want to do. And the little box you'd put your money in is just here. So you got the padlock, and you put your money in the little slot there. Okay, let's keep trotting along back in the car. We're getting there. Next bay is going to be Vazon Bay. So this is a big one. This is a really, really nice beach. Very, very popular with surfers. And I imagine with the wind today there will be surfers. So we'll try and get some good shots. What I'll do is I'll pull into the car park. They've also got a little cafe stroke restaurant there called Vistas. Try and get some shots of that, give you a bit of an idea what it's like around there. So Vazon Bay is on the left here, so we just get to the other side, maybe a minute of driving along Vazon Coast Road, then we'll pull in and have a look what's going on. And by the way, I just want to mention a really nice kiosk on the left there. Can you see it in blue? That's great. That's Richmond Kiosk. They do really, really good food there. So if you're ever visiting and you come across that kiosk and they're open, you want to go there and get something to eat. You can sit in your car and watch the waves go by. Great, great food. There's normally queues, so that's always a good sign, isn't it? Here we go, here's the car park for Vazon Bay. That's the Vistas on the left. I'll get out and show you that in a minute. So I'm just going to pull in. I'll let these people go. I'm just going to pull in. I'll get out of the car and I want to show you Vazon Bay. I hope there's some surfers. It's normally really, really big waves in here. I'll just pull up here. Right, brave the winds. So here's Vistas. This is always a nice place to come, get out the wind, have a hot chocolate or some cake or some food. Here's a menu here. They're currently closed at the moment, but yeah, so pop in here. And this is a coast road, not too busy at the moment. This is handy. Here's a map. Might be able to show you roughly where we've been. So we started here, which is at the Imperial, and we're following it along around here. Where we're going, make sure I'm going the right way. This is roughly it. I think this is pretty much where we're going. Yeah, it's all the coast road along here, and we're currently here, just at Vazon, and we're going to continue up, all the way up here. Where are we going? Up here. Just making sure. Yep. On that road there, we should end up at the top of that bay there, which is going to be Pembroke. There you are. That's better, isn't it? We know where we're going now. We are off, back on the road again. Next destination, according to my calculations, should be Cobo Bay. So we're getting close to my house around Cobo Bay. It's not far. I reckon it's probably, I don't know, a few minutes drive. Hopefully we can park, and again I'll show you some of the info around there, and I'll show you my favourite house down Cobo Bay. It's just been built, and if I win the lottery I might be able to put an offer in. We are pretty much at Cobo Bay now. There's two car parks. There's one here, well, there's probably more than that, but there's one here just there you can pull into. That's by the kiosk, so that's Mim's kiosk, beach kiosk. That's a really good place. They do pizzas there as well in the summer, which is really good. And I'm going to pull in here. This is the car park. This is one I normally go in. So where we're just going to go in here. I'll probably go next to this car. There's enough room for two cars. Or is he just going to park in the middle? Or is he not even going to park? I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. But I'm going to pull up here. Right, let's have a look at Cobo Bay. How's it looking today? So that's Cobo Bay. What did you think of my house I like? It's pretty nice, isn't it? Really good views. It hasn't long been built. It's pretty new, that place. Very nice. Very nice indeed. And of course we can't go past the rock mount without saying hello to it. So the rock mount on the right. Always a nice place to have something to eat. In the summer you can see outside next to the wall on the right there. And watch the sun go down. And we've got Cobo Bay Hotel on the right there, just going out of screen, just going over these speed bumps. Right, we're really close to Rocques. It's sort of almost the same beach, but it's not. So we're just gonna head there now. We'll go through the filter. That white building on the right there, can you see it? That's Cobo tea rooms. Again, really nice in the summer. They do tables and chairs outside so you can sit there. Probably closed at the moment. And of course, Cobo chip shop. Just that little hot just passed down the right. Very popular place. Only a really small little chip shop, but in the summer you got queues to the road for that place. And obviously very handy if you're on Cobo Beach. Cross the road, get a bag of chips, back on the beach to eat it. Perfect. Just pulling in here. Welcome to Albecq Beach. It's windy down here. Let's have a look round. Now on our way to Soif Beach. Soif's really close. It's about 30 seconds from here. There is another car park there on the left, which is Grande car park as well, which is closer to the kiosk. But yeah, I mean, we're 30 seconds away. Soif Bay. So let's go in there and have a look. Hope you're enjoying the West Coast drive along. Nice long one today. So I hope you're still awake. Remember, if you do want to see more stuff all about Guernsey, you can subscribe to my channel, as I mentioned earlier. And if you're new here, welcome along to Guernsey and the Channel Islands. Pleased to have you on board the van. Almost there. Next destination, Soif Bay. So this is Soif Bay. You can go right there to the car park. The kiosk is there as well to the right, or we can go straight up, and might be able to show you without getting out of the car actually, this one. So it's quite high up, so if I pull up to the right first and show you left is the Soif Bay. This car park, and again the summer gets so busy. I remember coming in the summer, you couldn't park anywhere. They're all parked down the road, which you drive up to get here. It's a bit of a nightmare. I can walk here actually, so I shouldn't be so lazy. What's going on in the sea? Yeah, looking pretty rough out there. Wouldn't fancy being on the boat today. So I'm going to reverse here and show you the Port Soif Bay. A few people just chilling out in their cars, having their lunch, just enjoying the view. Here we go. So this bay is definitely a bay worth visiting at high tide. So as I said before, this is Port Soif. Low tide, not great, very stony to get down to this sea on this one. But high tide is absolutely beautiful. And of course you've got the kiosk there to go and get something to eat. You've got toilet facilities as well. Alright, let's head out of here. We're getting close to our destination. So at the end of this road, we're going to go left and continue on to the next place. We are back on the coast road again. So we got a few minutes drive now to our next one. So we're going to follow around the coast. We'll go around Peninsula Hotel, around there past Rocques. We won't pull into Rocques. We'll go around Grande. And I think we'll go to Amra Beach. We'll pull in Amra car park, show you there. And from then on, we'll drive up to Amra Road, and we'll be to our final place, which will be Pembroke Bay. So sit back, enjoy the ride along to Grande, and I'll get back to you in a bit. And by the way, if you just look up to the right there, that's where the actor Oliver Reed lived. So it's up that road to the right, and he lives on the left there. I did a video on that. I'll try and leave the link in the description. So that's where he lived. That hotel on the left there is Peninsula Hotel, and if you go down the road left there, that's Rocques Beach. They've got a kiosk there as well, and of course we got the restaurant on the right here, the Puffin and Oyster seafood restaurant, which is always good. So we're nearly up to Lille, and we're nearly at Grande, so almost to Amra, so stay tuned. This is Amra Beach, or Les Amras. So we've got the park on the right for the kids, and we've got the toilets there if you need them. This car park's seen better days, isn't it? It's a bit bumpy. This is a really nice beach again. It's got the big pier to jump off. Really friendly, tiny little beach, but this is a beach I know really well. Can you believe we are nearly there? We are heading to our last place. We've done the whole west coast pretty much. We go to the end of this road, turn left all the way down to Pembroke, and I'm sure it's going to be delightful down there today. And welcome to Pembroke Bay. This is a favourite of mine. I really like this beach. This is one of these beaches, whether it's low tide or high tide, it's really nice to walk down. The dogs come down here. We got the little beach cafe there on the right. I'll show you in a second. Look at those waves coming in. They are looking stunning. Well, we've made it to the end. Thank you for joining me on this big drive west coast in Guernsey and the Channel Islands. Remember, if you want to see more stuff, you can click the screen to watch another video, and remember to subscribe. Until next time, take care. I'll see you on the next video.